Good morning. Today we're going to tackle the Christian veneer. I love, I heard a message that Matt Chandler was doing, and he was talking to his church, and he was talking about, he goes, if you are coming to church on Sundays and you're just coming and you hear a message and, you know, you've got a lot of garbage going on in your life, and yet someone asks you how you're doing, and you say, I'm blessed, brother. Without being transparent, without allowing the gospel to change you. He goes, it's a horrible hobby. Horrible. He goes, go get a ski boat. You'd have a lot more fun, than actually pretending like you're something that you're not. And there's so much truth in that. In 2 Timothy 3, it talks about that in the last days, there'll be a form of godliness, but we will deny the power of it, of godliness. And, that's at the root of what he's talking about. Being a follower of Christ is about your life being transformed into the image of God as we go along. We're imperfect creatures, but as we go along, he changes us more and more into his image. But we focus on the behavior of the individual, and then what happens is, if we don't really trust the gospel that God is who he says he is, and that it is finished on what he did on our behalf, which motivates our obedience, then what we'll do is we'll tend to pretend like we're doing better than we are, because it's about us. It's not about him. That's why he talks about it's about the one who tries to hold on to his life will lose it, but the one who lays down his life for my sake and the gospel will find it. Deny yourself, pick up your cross, and follow me. It's about that denial of self and submission of life and your life being transformed into his image. It's a beautiful place to be. Now all of a sudden you're not trying to justify and glorify yourself. You've been set free from that, so you can just rest. So that means the fruit of that would be no more fear, no more anxiety, no more guilt, no more shame, no more self-condemnation, no more bitterness, no more anger. Because as we go along, that's his characteristics, and that's what's happening to us. We're becoming more and more like him. Then we're able to celebrate other people's success because we aren't in competition with them. We're able to love them unconditionally because we know who we are, and we know we're loved by God. That's what Christianity is supposed to be. We've settled for a form of godliness, but denied the power of it. The power of it is freedom. The power of it is the fruit of the Spirit. Peace, joy, right? You end up being a content person because you're free from yourself. That is the message today. Let's take down the veneer, and just trust the gospel and trust that he loves you and trust the fact of tetelestai, that it is finished, right? And that beauty of what he did and his unconditional love coming our way is the thing that changes us from the inside out, and then we can walk in freedom. If not, you're going to church on Sundays and you're settling for a compartmentalized Christianity, and there's no power in that. There's no God in that. It's about you. You're the one modifying your behavior. You're the one in your own will. And I was there. I always only speak of what I've lived through and what I see and what I've experienced. And there's something, I don't want to deny the power. I want to be led by the Spirit of God. I want to have my life transformed more into his image as I submit my life to him and experience the beauty of relationship with God. That's what it's about. To know him and to be known by him. God bless y'all.